Right, we call cause number 23 CR 1653, the state of Texas versus Armando Martinez. And the defendant is present with his attorney, Mr. Burbank. The state's attorney is present. And Mr. Martinez, I believe, is fluent in Spanish. And Erica Burge, our great translator, who's is fluent in English and Spanish and has translated officially for us numerous times, is present to help Mr. Martinez. Ms. Burge, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will well and truly and accurately translate from English that we will be speaking into Spanish, for which Mr. Martinez is most fluent, and then his Spanish responses will be repeated into English for all of us, and the record shall reflect through the court reporter. Will you do that accurately? And I know you will professionally, so help you God.
Yes, Judge.
Lower your hand. You are Armando Martinez.
Yes.
And you were here with Mr. Burbank, your attorney, and the state's attorney is here, the prosecutor.
Okay.
You are going to be entering a plea today to this offense as alleged, correct? No. What are we doing?
Lesser
What's the
included
plan?
of manslaughter.
Stand by. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this indictment and arraignment? Can we proceed in summary?
He does, in your honor.
In summary, this indictment, as it is alleged, that was handed up by the grand jury in October of 2023, alleges that on or about September 18th, 2023, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the first-degree felony of murder. Do you understand what you are charged with here in the indictment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
An agreement has been reached between the parties that you would be pleading guilty to the lesser included offense of manslaughter, which is a second-degree felony. Is that your understanding of the plan?
Yes.
All right. The crime of manslaughter is found under section 19.04 of the Texas Penal Code. And this provides that a person commits an offense if he recklessly causes the death of an individual. Do you understand what manslaughter is, sir?
Yes.
This is a second-degree felony, which means if convicted, you face no less than 2 nor more than 20 years confinement in prison, and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed. Do you understand?
Yes.
An agreement has been reached in your case where you would be pleading guilty, found guilty of the second-degree felony of manslaughter, and sentenced to 5 years in prison. Is that your understanding of the agreement? If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand?
Yes.
How do you plead to this lesser included second-degree felony of manslaughter under this murder indictment in this cause number 23 CR 1653? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily, that is on your own free will, and because you are guilty? Because you were guilty.
Yes.
Show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document? Did you understand it? Discuss it with your attorney? It was translated to you from English to Spanish, and then you spoke with your attorney. Is all of this on State's Exhibit 1 true and correct? State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence.
No objection, next one.
Without objection, it is admitted. Among other things, this states that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You've read it. You are guilty of the crime charged and any lesser included offenses. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. And you are totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this true. It states, so help you God.
Yes.
States Exhibit 1, part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence report is waived.
We ask you waived.
I'm going to follow this agreement, if nothing further, and I'm going to find as follows that in this cause number 23 CR 1653, the state of Texas versus Armando Martinez, the defendant was charged with the first degree felony of murder. He has pleaded guilty upon a plea agreement reached between the state of Texas and the defense for a guilty plea of the second degree felony of manslaughter under this indictment. And I'm going to find that the defendant has pleaded guilty to this lesser included offensive manslaughter voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently.
I think he's a citizen. I don't know if we covered that or not.
There is sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this lesser included offense of manslaughter. Stand by. This, going back on this written agreement that is part of the plea agreement that you signed and admitted to, that was State's Exhibit 1, among other things. State's Exhibit 1 states that if you are not a citizen of the United States, a plea of guilty and a conviction may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, and or denial of naturalization under U.S. federal law. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you a citizen of the United States?
No.
Okay. Do you understand that a plea of guilty and a conviction under manslaughter can affect your ability to gain citizenship under the laws of the United States? Do you insist on continuing to plead guilty to this lesser included second degree felony of manslaughter?
Yes.
See, yes. Okay. I'm going to follow this agreement. Anything else is a pre-sentence report waived.
We waive, has to be waived, nothing.
If nothing further, I'm going to make the following findings. That Mr. Martinez, you are pleading guilty to this second degree felony of manslaughter, a lesser included offense under this indictment of murder. You are doing that voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently, and based upon discussions with your attorney. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this lesser included second degree felony of manslaughter under this indictment. I'm following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 5 years. The judgment shall reflect an affirmative finding that a deadly weapon, namely a handgun, was used in the commission of this offense. Do you understand what has happened today, sir? Anything else to add?
Nothing, sir.
Defense state? All right. We're in recess on this. Thank you.